Hey, 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 Pajama Gramma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And of course, I cannot wait to dive into the Expert Secrets book because together we are doing the Expert Secrets book by Russell Brunson. And I wanted us to get started even before you get your book. So today I'm going to do an overview of section 1. It's only a couple pages. It's really short, but it covers amazingly important key concepts. And then I'm going to give you an assignment because there's so much in this foundational work that we got to get started. And you can do it without reading the book because I will share with you the key points. And then when your book comes, if you haven't gotten it yet, you can read the corresponding section. All I'm doing today is section 1 overview, which is page 1, 2, and 3. So you're not missing much. I apologize. I have not been able to get my hands on the digital version of the first 3 chapters. I might have to call in some friends and see if somebody else actually saved it on their computer. I thought I'd saved it, but I spent like 45 minutes or more yesterday looking for it. And I looked for it more than once in between appointments trying to find it. And I couldn't find the digital version of those 3 chapters. So don't worry if you don't have the chapters. We're not going to go super fast through the actual pages in the book. We are going to go super deep into the concepts and the aspects of what's in those first few sections. So by the time you get your book, you will not have missed a thing. You will probably be more in depth than what you would have had you just read the book. And I guarantee that you're going to learn more by going through this and working through each of the key points and sections than if you would just be reading or listening to the book. So the thing I want to talk about is creating your mass movement. I did this cool diagram. I know it's awesome, right? I can almost draw as well as Russell Brunson does. Not. Also, secret, he actually has somebody that draws up and cleans up all his stick drawings. Although I think he's probably gotten pretty good at it over the years. So what the heck is a mass movement and why do you want one? Why do you care about this? Well, a mass movement is just your tribe, your people, the people that you want to impact listening to you and following you. That's the movement that you want to create. Actually, Russell studied and discovered that there are 3 components that make up all great leaders and all great movements. They're the charismatic leader, which we're going to talk about in depth, of course, and that's because that's who we're going to become. And charismatic doesn't necessarily mean wonderful and charming. It means attractive to other people. So who's the attractive leader, the attractive character? We talk about attractive characters a lot, and we're going to go into that in depth because it is so important to getting your message out. If people aren't attracted to you, and just the people you want to be attracted to you, your ideal customers, then you'll struggle. And we want to make sure you don't struggle as you get your expert secrets out. We want you to have it go as smoothly as possible. And there's 3 things that make up the difference between a successful charismatic leader and the effectiveness of their message, getting it out to the world, and people that are really, really smart and are experts with respect to knowledge, but no one ever listens to them. So today I'd like you to think of a couple examples of that in your life. Think of people that you have come in contact with or that you've experienced that you think of as extremely charismatic, attractive leaders, attractive characters. Russell Brunson obviously is an attractive character. Tony Robbins is an attractive character. Donald Trump, whether you agree with his politics or not, is an attractive character. Now, he's very good at being polar, so that makes him a very strong, attractive character. So Oprah Winfrey's an attractive character. Lady Gaga, again, it doesn't matter whether you believe these people are good or bad, right or wrong. It's, are they affecting a lot of people because of who they are and who they show up in the world as, and are they attractive from a charismatic leader standpoint? So go ahead and think of some of those people today. Make a list. I'm going to write that down as part of our assignment. Just make a list of people that you can think of that are attractive characters. And I guess charismatic leaders too, because we wouldn't really be aware of them or have them on our radar if they weren't charismatic and attractive to some group of the population. I mean, let's be honest. Charles Manson was an attractive character. We don't necessarily like what he did, but he did attract and make a huge impact on the world because we still know his name today. We still know the horrible, heinous things he did. Hitler, same way. Jesus Christ, same way. Depending on, it doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. No one can argue with the fact that these people were charismatic leaders. You know, Napoleon, any great leader, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin. So just brainstorm a little list of, or a big list if you want, of people that are charismatic leaders and attractive characters that you just can recall. Because if you can think about them, then it's important to you. The second thing that is involved in these mass movements is always the cause. They always have a future-based cause. And later on, as Russell describes this, we'll talk about more examples of that. But the other thing that ties into the future-based cause, they have a cause or something that they stand for. They're not neutral. You know, I hate to use Trump again, but Trump is making America great again, draining the swamp, making massive changes to make our country awesome and the way it should be. And that's part of why I believe he won the election, because he had a message that the American people at the grassroots level want. We want our country to be awesome and great again. We want to be the world leader in all areas and aspects of life, because we're not necessarily that respected worldwide any longer. So the mass movement. And the third thing is a new opportunity. And again, we'll talk about that in depth. But a new opportunity is not an improvement opportunity. And we'll talk about exactly what that means. So those three things make up a mass movement. You have to have all three elements if you want to create a mass movement. And have fans, etc. And create your own tribe of people that love you, respect you, listen to you, and want to either do business with you or get involved with your same mission in life, because it's going to be different for each one of us. So that's just a quick overview of what makes a mass movement. That's what we're going to be talking about, creating your mass movement in this section of the first section of the book, Expert Secrets. Your assignment for today is to brainstorm, who do you want to serve? Ideally, who do you want to share your knowledge with, share your wisdom with? Now, this kind of presupposes that you know what kind of information that you're an expert in and that you want to serve. And we kind of touched on that yesterday. I hope you started thinking about that and made that brainstorm list of all the things that you're good at and expert at. And if you're not done with that yet, or if you haven't done it yet, heaven forbid, this might be a little bit tougher assignment. But today, all I want you to do is decide, who do you want to serve? And I'm going to say, who do you want to serve first? Just like I said, what expert area do you want to explore in yourself first? Because you're going to go on to do more and share more of your expertise in other areas of your life and with other people after you figure out how to do this one. But I will say, if you don't pick one right now, you're going to struggle as we go through this program. How do I know that? Because I did the same thing. I tried to have different things the first time I read the book and went through it. I actually started out with stress busting and stress, because stress has had such a huge negative impact on my life. It actually caused me to drop dead. And when something has that big an impact on your life, you usually want to study it, understand it, and share with other people how they can avoid it so they don't have the same experience as you. So I actually started out with stress, then I added one of my businesses, then I added another business, and I got nowhere because I didn't focus. So I'm going to encourage you and almost insist that you pick one area of expertise to develop throughout the book and study throughout the book, and one group of people that you're going to serve. And again, you're going to serve a lot more people than just this one group, but you got to have a target group to talk to so you can study them and find out what's important to them, because that's how you craft and create everything else in your message throughout this book. And that's what we're here for, to find out how we share our message with the world, how we get the world up, how we get the message out to the world and make the world a better place. So again, that's it for today. Just a quick overview on creating your mass movement. And we're going to dive into this a little bit every day. And I will have, I know I don't want to call it an assignment, maybe an action strategy, an action step about something that you can do to create your expertise and really develop it and hone in on the group of people that you want to help. That's it. Make it an awesome day. I will see you again tomorrow with another lesson in Expert Secrets. Bye.